You know that feeling. You tell yourself you'll start when you're ready. Maybe you're waiting for a sign or for the stars to align or for that sudden burst of confidence to finally show up. When you have the right gear, the right idea, the right moment, you imagine that one day, everything will fall into place and you'll just know it's time. But here's the truth. Waiting for perfect is just another way of saying never. Perfection is a moving target, and the more you chase it, the further away it seems. I used to think I needed the perfect setup before I could start creating. I thought I needed the best tools, the best ideas, and the best timing. I'd scroll through social media, watching people crush it, and I'd tell myself, I'll get there, once I have what they have. It's easy to believe that everyone else started with more than you did. But let me let you in on a secret. Nobody ever feels truly ready. Even the people you admire most had doubts and fears when they began, and nobody starts with perfect. Everyone begins with what they have, where they are, and who they are in that moment. What if I told you clarity comes from action, not the other way around? You don't need to have it all figured out before you take the first step. The first step is always the messiest. It's supposed to be. That's how you learn, how you grow, how you discover what works and what doesn't. Your first video will be awkward, your first journal entry scattered, your first business plan all over the place. Your first attempt at anything will probably feel clumsy and uncertain. And that's exactly how it's supposed to be. Think about it. Every expert was once a beginner. Every masterpiece started as a rough sketch. The people who inspire us didn't wait until everything lined up. They didn't have all the answers, or the fanciest tools, or a perfect plan. They began with whatever they had: a cracked phone camera, a notebook, a spark of curiosity. That tiny spark was enough to get them moving. They learned as they went. They adjusted, they stumbled, they made mistakes and kept going, but they kept moving. Progress isn't about never falling, it's about getting up again and again. Imagine if you started today, right now, with what's in your hands. What would that look like? What could you create? Even if it's small, even if it's imperfect. Maybe it's scribbling one idea on a scrap of paper. Maybe it's jotting down a dream that's been on your mind for weeks. Maybe it's recording a video in your living room, background noise and all. Maybe it's sharing your thoughts, even if your voice shakes. Maybe it's sending that email, even if your heart's pounding. Maybe it's reaching out for help, or asking for feedback, or just saying, I'm starting. You don't need to be perfect to begin. You don't need a flawless plan or a fancy setup. You need to begin to get better. Every step you take, no matter how small, is a step forward. Every masterpiece started out as a rough draft. Every story you love began as a messy first sentence. Every champion was a beginner, once. Every expert was once a nervous novice just like you. So, here's my challenge to you. Trade your excuses for action. Let go of the reasons you can't, and focus on the reasons you must. Let go of the myth of perfect timing. There will never be a flawless moment, but there will always be this one. Take the smallest, messiest, boldest first step you can think of. Even if it's not pretty, even if it's not polished, it's a beginning. The world isn't waiting for your perfection, it's waiting for your start. Remember, progress loves action. The more you do, the more you learn, and the more you grow. The sooner you move, the clearer the path becomes. Don't wait for perfect. Don't wait for permission. Don't wait for everything to make sense. Start now and let your journey surprise you. You might just amaze yourself with what you can do. You already have enough to begin.